Good evening. This is All India Radio and I am Valsa Williams with the news at 9. The headlines. Stage set for polling in 91 constituencies in first phase of Lok Sabha elections tomorrow. Chief Election Commissioner appeals voters to come out in large numbers to exercise their franchise. Filing of nomination papers begins for fifth phase of parliamentary polls. Election Commission stalls release of PM Narendra Modi biopic till the end of elections. New Zealand Parliament votes to ban all types of semi-automatic weapons and assault rifles following Christchurch attacks. And in IPL Cricket, match underway between Kings 11 Punjab and Mumbai Indians in Mumbai. The stage is set for polling in the first phase of the 17th Lok Sabha elections tomorrow. As many as 91 parliamentary constituencies spread over 18 states and 2 union territories will go to polls in this phase. The voting time in most of the parliamentary constituencies going to polls in the first phase is from 7 in the morning to 6 in the evening. However, in left-wing extremism-affected areas and northeastern states, the timings vary. All parliamentary constituencies of Andhra Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim, Andaman and Nicobar, Lakshadweep, Telangana and Uttarakhand will go to polls in this phase. Besides, Assam, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Jammu and Kashmir, Maharashtra, Manipur, Odisha, Tripura, Uttar Pradesh and West Bengal will also vote in this phase. Simultaneous voting will also take place for single-phase assembly elections in Andhra Pradesh, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh and for 28 of 147 seats in Odisha. In Andhra Pradesh, election to all 25 Lok Sabha seats and 175 assembly seats will take place tomorrow. Prominent among those in the fray for Lok Sabha polls are Vairi Cherla Kishore Chandra Deo, P. Ashok Gajapati Raju, Kinjarapu Ram Mohan Naidu, Garla Jayadev, Rayapati Sambasiva Rao, Kotla Surya Prakash Reddy and Panabaka Lakshmi. Prominent faces among those in the fray for assembly elections are N. Chandrababu Naidu, Y. S. Jagan Mohan Reddy, Pavan Kalyan and Dharmana Prasad Rao. In Telangana, voting will be held in all 17 Lok Sabha constituencies tomorrow. Our correspondent reports that 443 candidates, including 25 women, are contesting the polls.
All eyes are on Nizamabad Lok Sabha constituency, where 185 candidates, including 178 independents, are in the fray. The election authorities have made elaborate arrangements in Nizamabad by providing 12 ballot units and 1 control unit of the EVMs and a VVPAT to each polling station. Former Central Minister Renuka Chaudhary, PCC President Uttam Kumar Reddy, TRS President K. Chandrasekhar Rao's daughter Kavita, former State Minister D.K. Aruna, who joined BJP before elections, and MIM President Asaduddin Owaisi are among the prominent candidates. Lakshmi, AR News, Hyderabad.
In Assam, polling will be held for Lakhimpur, Tezpur, Koliabor, Dibrugarh and Jorhat seats in this phase. Additional CEO Vivekanand Phukan said armed forces have been deployed at all polling stations to ensure security. Our correspondent reports that tight vigil is being maintained at interstate borders as well as at the Indo-Bhutan border to avoid any untoward incident. In Arunachal Pradesh, about 8 lakh voters will decide the fate of 181 candidates for the 60-seat assembly and 12 candidates for 2 seats of Lok Sabha elections. The assembly elections will be held for 57 seats as 3 seats have already been declared unopposed. In Meghalaya, polling will be held tomorrow for 2 Lok Sabha parliamentary seats, Shillong and Tura, and by-election to the Salsala Assembly constituency. In Sikkim, assembly elections for 32 seats will be held simultaneously with the lone parliament seat of the state tomorrow. 150 candidates, including 9 independents, are in the fray for assembly elections. In Mizoram, polling will be held for the lone Lok Sabha seat and by-election to the Aizawl West 1 seat tomorrow. Chief Electoral Officer Ashish Kundra told media that 1,175 polling stations have been set up across the state. Of these, 117 polling stations, named as pink polling stations, will be manned by all-women staff. Besides, 15 special polling stations have been set up at Kanmon village on Mizoram-Tripura border, where displaced Bru voters living in 6 relief camps in North Tripura district will cast their votes. In Tripura, 13 candidates are in the fray for tomorrow's election to the Tripura West Lok Sabha constituency. Nagaland is all set to go to polls tomorrow to elect the state's lone Member of Parliament for the Lok Sabha and the by-election to the 26th Lengden Assembly constituency seat under Mokokchung district. In Manipur, polling will be held tomorrow for the ST-reserved Outer Manipur Parliamentary constituency. In Uttar Pradesh, the Lok Sabha constituencies that will go to polls tomorrow are Ghaziabad, Gautam Budh Nagar, Bagpat, Saharanpur, Meerut, Muzaffarnagar, Bijnor and Kairana. Electoral fate of 96 candidates, including 3 union ministers, General V.K. Singh, Satyapal Singh and Mahesh Sharma, will be decided in this phase. Other prominent candidates in the fray include RLD Chief Ajit Singh, BJP leader Sanjeev Balyan, Congress leader Imran Masood and Tabassum Begum from SP. In Bihar, 4 parliamentary constituencies are going to polls tomorrow. Polling will be held in Gaya, Aurangabad, Jamui and Nawada, which are Naxal-affected constituencies. Due to security reasons, time of polling has been restricted till 4 p.m. in Naxal-affected areas, while polling has been allowed till 6 p.m. in the normal areas of the 4 constituencies. Total 44 candidates are in the fray for this phase. Former Chief Minister and head of Hindustani Awam Morcha Jitan Ram Manjhi and LJP leader Chirag Paswan are prominent figures in the first phase. Elaborate security arrangements have been put in place. In West Bengal, all arrangements have been made for free and fair polling in Cooch Behar and Alipurduar Lok Sabha seats tomorrow. Altogether, 18 candidates are in the fray for the 2 Lok Sabha seats. Security arrangements have been strengthened along the interstate border with Assam and international border with Bhutan. In Odisha, voting will be held for 4 Lok Sabha and 28 assembly seats tomorrow. In the Maoist-affected areas of Chhattisgarh, the Bastar Lok Sabha constituency is going to poll tomorrow. Our correspondent reports that elaborate security arrangements are in place to ensure free, fair and peaceful polling.
More than 1,800 polling stations have been set up in Bastar constituency. Out of these, 512 are identified as sensitive and 224 are hypersensitive polling stations. The Election Commission will monitor the activities of various teams deployed for the polling process through C-TOPS, a tracking of polling process software. This app would also provide information about the polling process in polling booths and also about the queue there. In most affected 4 assembly constituencies of Bastar Lok Sabha seat, Dantewada, Bijapur, Narayanpur and Konta, the polling time will be from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Vikalp Shukla, AIR News, Raipur.
7 Lok Sabha seats in Vidarbha region of Maharashtra will also go to polls tomorrow. With temperatures soaring above 42 degrees Celsius, voting percentage will also be a big factor in the polls. More from our correspondent.
Foolproof security arrangements are in place for tomorrow's polling, including in the Naxal-affected Gadchiroli-Chimur seat. A total of 116 candidates, including 5 from Gadchiroli seat, will be in fray. Prominent candidates include sitting BJP MPs Nitin Gadkari and Hansraj Ahir, Shiv Sena MP Bhavna Gavli and Congress candidate Manikrao Thakre. Nisha Rani, AIR News, Mumbai.
The lone parliamentary constituency of Andaman and Nicobar Islands will go to polls tomorrow, where 15 candidates are in the fray. There are 407 polling stations in the constituency. In Jammu and Kashmir, Jammu and Baramulla Lok Sabha constituencies are going to polls in the first phase. The filing of nominations began today for the 5th phase of Lok Sabha polls, with the issuance of notification for 51 constituencies. These include 14 constituencies of Uttar Pradesh, 12 of Rajasthan, 7 each in Madhya Pradesh and West Bengal, 5 in Bihar, 4 in Jharkhand and 2 seats in Jammu and Kashmir. The last date for filing nominations is the 18th of April. Meanwhile, campaigning for the remaining phases has gained momentum. Chief Election Commissioner Sunil Arora has appealed to voters to come out in large numbers to cast their votes tomorrow so that the bedrock of democracy becomes even more strengthened and robust. Talking to AIR News, Mr. Arora said the Commission's vision will take a practical shape if each voter, especially the first-time voters, show adequate zeal and faith in the democratic system.
It is a fervent and humble appeal from all of us in the Election Commission that more and more people should come and cast their vote so that the bedrock of the democracy becomes even more strengthened and robust.
The Chief Election Commissioner said adequate arrangements have been made for providing basic facilities including drinking water and ramps.
We have made special arrangements for our women voters, for soldiers who are in far-off places, for persons with disabilities, for the senior citizens, amongst others. The availability of assured minimum facilities, including potable drinking water, electricity, ramps, wherever required, wheelchairs, shelters when there is kind of temporary cover when there is a heat, etc. in those places are some of the things which Commission reviews very closely.
This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. The Election Commission today stalled the release of PM Narendra Modi's biopic till the end of the election period. The Commission found that such a film will affect the level playing field in the elections. The decision comes a day before the release of the movie. In its order, the Commission said that any biopic material in the name of biography or hagiography subserving the purpose of any political entity and individual connected to it or having the potential of disturbing the level playing field during election should not be displayed in electronic media, including cinematography, during election period. The Commission also said that any poster or publicity material related to such certified content will not be put on display in electronic and print media. The Supreme Court has dismissed preliminary objections raised by the Centre that documents on which it claimed privilege cannot be relied upon to re-examine the verdict in the Rafale fighter jet deal. Later, the Defence Ministry reiterated that the petitioners in the Rafale aircraft case are using documents with the intention to present a selective and incomplete picture of internal secret deliberations on a matter relating to national security and defence. Meanwhile, senior BJP leader Nirmala Sitharaman alleged that Congress President Rahul Gandhi's comment on the Supreme Court verdict amounts to contempt of court. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said development and modern infrastructure are the key points for progress, and BJP has focused on these lines. Addressing an election rally at Bambolim, Goa this evening, Mr. Modi said he has helped the middle class by reducing tax burden. He said mining industry is the backbone of development of Goa and all efforts are on to solve its problems. Congress President Rahul Gandhi filed his nomination from Amethi Lok Sabha seat today. Mr. Gandhi has asserted that his party will initiate inquiry into the Rafale aircraft deal if voted to power at the centre. He said this in Karandighi under Raiganj parliamentary seat in West Bengal today. In New Zealand, Parliament has voted to ban all types of semi-automatic weapons and assault rifles following the Christchurch attacks. The bill was approved by 119 members while a lone member opposed it. In IPL Cricket, Kings 11 Punjab were 116 for 1 in 13 overs against Mumbai Indians at Wankhede Stadium, Mumbai, a short while ago. Earlier, Mumbai Indians stand-in skipper Kieron Pollard won the toss and elected to bowl. Now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Stage set for polling in 91 constituencies in first phase of Lok Sabha elections tomorrow. Chief Election Commissioner appeals to voters to come out in large numbers to exercise their franchise. Filing of nomination papers begins for fifth phase of parliamentary polls. Election Commission stalls release of PM Narendra Modi's biopic till the end of elections. New Zealand Parliament votes to ban all types of semi-automatic weapons and assault rifles following Christchurch attacks. And in IPL Cricket, match underway between Kings 11 Punjab and Mumbai Indians in Mumbai. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.nic.in. And that is all in the news at 9. Good night.